Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the next day of this Invictus launch week. Today is Aegis Day. Before we jump right in, the day Warbond for today is one of the Vanguards. I can't remember which one it is, but again, if that's handy to link into your chains, that is a great thing to buy. And if you're on a budget, I want to give one shout out to a ship that is not available all the time, and that is the Retaliator, not the bomber, the base variant, because you basically getting the bomber variant half price for the foreseeable future, and you're getting one hell of a ship. You're getting basically a Constellation competitor that will one day have a lot more variety in its available gameplay because it has got that interchangeable area which you could have for the giant torpedoes, or you could have as like a cargo hold, or you could have as something else. We don't know for sure what it's going to have, other than it's definitely going to have a stealth cargo one, and it's definitely going to have those big giant size 9 torpedoes. So yeah, and you will be able to turn it into the bomber variant by just buying a package in game really cheap and then just swapping them out. So yeah, great ship for its price, and it is only going to go up in price. And this is one of them right here. This is, yeah, the Aegis Retaliator. So it's one of these. So yeah, you're getting the stealth bomber half price basically. The giant stealth torpedo bomber thing that it is. And then once it's finally updated, you'll get the base variant, which you can then just upgrade to the bomber variant whenever you buy the module in game for it. And it is going to go up in price because, as I said, it is really similar to the Constellation when if you take away its torpedoes and just give it storage instead. And obviously the Constellation will have some areas where it's better, and this will have some areas where it's better, like stealth. Now that that's done, there's nothing else really to talk about for the sale-wise that I really feel like needs to be important, just the same as before. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention in the last one is there is some good discounted starter packs right now, so if you're looking to get into the game, or you've got a starter pack at the moment, what I recommend you do is, if you've got an unupgraded starter pack, so you've not got like CCU chains, you've not started to turn it into a CCU chain kind of thing, you've just got your basic starter pack, you can trade that in, get the full value of it in store credits, and then get one of these reduced price. You might not be able to do that because I don't know if they're Warbond or not. Okay, so scratch that, but if you've not got a starter pack yet, these ones are cheaper and you'll save a wee bit of money. So yeah, I wouldn't quote me on the other one. So yeah, this is the Saber, the Aegis Saber Comet, which is a stealth fighter. It is a fan favourite, the Saber, Raven, and Comet, and all that stuff. Stealth fighter does what it says in the tin. I think it's a medium fighter. It's got a good amount of firepower, it's really stealthy, and a good jack of all trades when it comes to fighters kind of thing. Then we've got the Hammerhead here. This is what Star Citizen's calling a corvette. I know there's a lot of dispute like whether it's really a corvette or not, but it's what Star Citizen's class is a corvette. It's sort of like a tiny sort of tiny capital ship is probably a good way to describe it as well, if you want. And this one is all about turrets. It's got lots of these turrets. I think it's 5 of these turrets with lots of guns on them. This thing is going to tear fighters to shreds. So it's not really about big guns, it's about lots of little guns. Little guns for a ship this size. Like for a fighter, that is basically like, that's more firepower than that fighter over there. Like, because it's got 4 guns too, but these ones are even bigger. So they're still big guns for what is in game at the moment. But compared to, for a ship this size, they're relatively small, and it'll be great at tearing fighters to shreds. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, then I think it's got a 5th turret on its arse. So yeah, it's got 5 turrets. And it's basically just a military ship. It'll be a great escort. Great defensive ship. because it'll be protecting you from other fighters and stuff. So if you've got like a fleet, and you could have maybe a couple of these as like screening ships, protect you from fighter wings and bomber wings coming in. Perfection. And here we have the Redeemer gunship. This Redeemer, yeah, I always get Redeemer, Retaliator, and Reclaimer. Those three ships I always get the names muddled up. But I got it right here. And this is basically the poor man's hammerhead is one way to describe it. But it's not really doing it justice. Because it is a gunship. It has got a lot of firepower. And yeah, it's basically like a smaller version of that. In many ways. But more maneuverable. All this benefits the, I guess, of being a gunship over being like a corvette as well. I enjoyed flying it around in the verse. It did get its stats, not stats, its maneuverability nerfed shortly after release. But it's still quite a good ship. And it'll be a great PvE ship, a really powerful PvE ship. Right, let's head on downstairs because we're here. Hello. Take a quick look at what's downstairs. And in this little booth, is there anything in the other booth? Wasn't here, there's both back halls are open today, okay. Anything in this other little booth? Nope. Let's go see these hollows and we'll go upstairs and see the last of the vehicles. What is that? Ah, that's the, not Vulture, Vulcan? Yeah, Vulcan. I was trying to remember the name of it. It's basically your entry-level repair gameplay, resupply, kind of, not resupply, but yeah. Rearm, refuel, entry sort of type thing going on there with this bad boy. Repair, refuel, repair, rearm, one of the most versatile games. It's a sports ship. It's your entry level. The Crucible we talked about yesterday, this is the baby of it, kind of thing. It can't do anything to big ships, it's got a few drones to rearm and refuel. Yep. Then the Nautilus, that's what I thought this was, but then I seen this big chunky bit there, that looks different. The Nautilus always have that sort of VTOL engines on the side. I don't remember them. Yeah, basically what this is if the hammerhead upstairs was your defensive, like, against fighters, this is your, it's a defensive corvette, roughly the same size, corvette, like the hammerhead, but its main role is not to be actually involved in the fight itself, it is a mine lane ship, so it goes around and lays minefields, or unlays minefields, that sort of thing. So yep, that's that one. Let's get back upstairs. Right, here we are in the first of the rear halls. We've got the Avengers here on the sides and the Gladius. That's going to be your initial fighter in Squadron 42. You're going to be roaming around in that until you get to do Lightning. It's one of the military's premium light fighters, sort of like one of their main. That and the F-7A are the mainstay. Whereas the Avenger was what came before those ships. They used to be the mainstay of the military ships, but they're 100% really phased out now. They're just sold to civilians and sold to militias and police forces. So this is, yeah. Oh look, and you can see an F-7A there. So first there was that, then there was that, and now that's slowly been replaced by the big red ones we've seen in the other room. And also we got this here, which is the Eclipse. Yes, I got the name right. The Eclipse Bomber, which is like your stealth bomber. It looks very reminiscent of the stealth bombers in our current age. I don't know the name of it, but you know that sort of very sort of black. It was you've seen it. It was quite iconic, and when I was growing up, at the military and their stealth fighters. I don't know what it's called, but it's very reminiscent of that specific stealth fighter bomber. Well, it's not a fighter, just a bomber from our real life. And there's the red ship I was on about. So they're not going to be red when they're for the military. This is the military's Flying Squadron, the 999. Yeah, Reckless? But yeah, basically like the Red Arrows kind of thing, which is our modern day equivalent. Alright, over to the other room hall at the back. And here in the final room, you've got the Vanguard series of ships. So the military's heavy fighters with a modular component in the back that can be changed up for different uses. So one can be like a troop transport, one can be like the EMP warfare, and so yeah, they've got different little modules in the back that will be interchangeable one day. The Vanguard is one of these that are the discount Warbond upgrade for today. So if you're going to be CCU chaining, it'd be a good idea to buy. Last thing, just wanted to note that remember there is because one of the things I used to always forget is that there's a different Warbond upgrade each day. So even though it's every 2 days, that it swaps manufacturers. I'll say ours because some days there's more than one. I'm pretty sure the next both the ones left are multiple manufacturers instead of just the one. So yeah, nothing else really to say. I'll see you all in 2 days. If you're building your CCU chains, remember to check this website tomorrow as well, as I said, to see what the upgrade is tomorrow. I don't know. See you all next time. Bye. Bye.